Hello and welcome to Krasnoyarsk, Russia. It's the third largest city here in Siberia after cities Omsk and Novosibirsk. Still over 1 million people reside here, surrounded by beautiful scenery. We started this year's World Junior Curling Championships on Valentine's Day, and the love for the sport is still ever so present around these parts. The locals are flocking in to watch the roaring game inside the Crystal Ice Arena. This afternoon, the home favourites of Russia will take on the countries who's always favourites to win, namely Canada. It's the fourth draw of the women's competition. And we will meet the teams. For Russia this afternoon, at lead is Anastasia Mishenka. At second, Irina Rizanova. For third is Vera Tulyakova. And skip for Team Russia is Vlada Ryumantseva. For Canada, at lead we find Lauren Lenentine. At second, Emily Zacharias. Third, Carly Burgess. And team skip for Canada, Mackenzie Zacharias. So the teams are about to get ready here. We'll take a look at the standings before this game starts. It is Japan, Korea, Russia all on top with 3 wins, closely followed by Canada, Denmark and Switzerland with 2 wins. For Hungary, Latvia, Norway and Sweden, they're still looking for their first win here in Krasnoyarsk. So of course, big arena with lots of games, 5 sheets in action. We will find other games out there as well. Japan will take on Latvia. It will be Korea to play Sweden. Hungary will face off against Denmark, and Norway looking for their first win as they play Switzerland. Of course, our focus will be on Russia and Canada, but we'll try and keep you up to date on what happens elsewhere. As we see this beautiful venue, the Crystal Ice Arena. I'll introduce myself. I'm Sander Rolvag. I'm joined by Olympic champion Rona Howie. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sander.
We're pretty excited for this one.
Yeah, good game ahead. 2 of the best curling nations in the junior calendar right now, so looking forward to a good one.
Well, we saw Canada winning the draw shot challenge, meaning they will have last stone. So it is Anastasia Mishenka with the first throw of this game. Well, this first stone will just slip into the top of the 12-foot. So that's going to allow Canada to make a play on it, and be quite happy to. So just keeping things a bit simple for now. Lauren Lenentine.
Yeah, just playing the nose hit. And Russia will do the same. They can hit and roll slightly more towards the corner. Give them a corner guard. But just roll out of play.
Also, decision time for Canada then.
Yeah,
Couple of options.
They can put up a corner guard if they wish to now go for their 2 here.
So they might have expected Russia to come into the house and thinking, well, let's blank the first end and have that as a game plan. But of course, when you get an unforced error like that, take advantage early on. Canada did have second practice. They should have a good feel for the ice here. And as far as I can tell, it's been looking pretty consistent first few days here.
She's spinning those back. They're just
Yeah, really nice and keen. Nice big swings. Just what the players want.
So perfect corner guard there from Lenentine. And for Russia, they might persevere with the center guard, Irina Rizanova. Looks like they might just be coming into the house here, actually. trying to stay away from that corner guard. Don't need to come across the center line here. Puts that top four, so surprises me a little bit. Leaves the hidden roll for Canada. I think if anything, if you bring it into the house there, you can almost bring it deeper or a little further away. They're always going to lead Canada hit and roll. Emily Zacharias.
Really gotta go.
Well, this one will over curl and hit and roll out, so maybe that's what Russia was hoping for. A mistake from the Canadians, as they now can peel the corner guard and take away the offense.
Yep, no problem there. Both these teams certainly would be hoping to be in the medal games later in the week.
Line's good. T-line. T-line. T-line.
Canada lost their opening game to Japan.
Yeah, hard guys. Straight up. It's good. Wow. Yeah. Really curled. We almost ran out of rings. Yeah. I thought the weight was all there. What? I thought it was all there.
Veria Tuliakova. Played lead for Russia last year when they picked up the title. So moving up to third in place of Morozova, who's not here this year. Always see big changes in the lineups for the junior teams. Always someone aging out, so a little hard to stay consistent season after season. Here we see Carly Burgess. She've definitely seen her before.
10 and a half. Okay.
Yeah, 2 previous gold medals at the World Juniors.
What'd you say? 10 and a half. 10 and a half.
Making her 5th appearance
Maybe I timed it wrong. I don't
at
know.
a World Junior Championships. Twice as alternate. And the 2 times she played, gold medals. So probably a good idea to keep her on the ice. And also a champion at the Youth Olympic Games. So extremely successful, Carly Burgess, at a young age.
Yeah, will bring a lot of experience to the team.
Well, we're going to have to keep her far away from any kind of education. Can't have her become a doctor or anything like that, because then curling will, you know, there won't be time for that.
Big loss.
Yes, exactly. So just keep curling, Carly. It's tough to combine a full-time job nowadays with curling. I think that was probably a bit more common practice before, but now with the sport becoming fully funded in many countries, it's actually becoming a job itself.
It is. I would say 90% of the athletes here this week are all students.
Yeah, it was tight and down, so I think that ice is close.
For them, they probably get a bit more flexibility, but as you say, once you start on your career ladder, it's very difficult.
Joking, of course. I think education is probably a good idea.
Yes, very important.
Have something to fall back on. You probably won't be curling until you're 65 necessarily either. So, Rumiantseva, skip for Russia. I think what you will see, though, some curlers will opt for flexible jobs. so they can travel and curl.
Контрол был?
У меня тройка, да. У меня тройка была.
Какой-то жесткий, да, плюс получился?
Yeah, in the men and ladies game, teams are curling full time, and it's hard for a lot of the nations to keep up with that. Whereas in the juniors, there's no full-time teams. They are studying and they are curling. But that may come one day with the amount of funding that's going into curling now in many of the nations, especially Asia.
One open draw to the house here for Team Skip of Canada, Mackenzie Zacharias. The good thing about curling, it's a very social sport, so you can easily combine practice and social circles.
Go, Bidam. Yep. Good.
You'll see
14-1.
younger students sometimes
Good
head to their curling clubs to do their homework
both of them
before
move
curling
similar,
practice or after.
Where'd you get on that?
14-1.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of children, it's a sport where it's a family tradition, and a lot of children are taken along to an ice rink at an early age by their parents when they're playing, and they're used to that environment. It's a very safe environment. So they spend a lot of time there.
Поднять! Легко! Свип!
Good look at the one sweeper trying to sweep against the grain, so to speak. Keep that straight, and does just enough to keep that stone on the rings. Hangs on the back 12, so will force Canada to make a play for the blank. Won't have to roll very far.
Should stay pretty
It'll be
straight.
almost-
Yeah, I think it should hold it here.
Probably be harder to actually keep it in the rings, but I have no plan on cursing Zacharias here with her last stone.
Right out.
Last stone first end.
Yeah. Whoa. Clean.
Just a hit and spill.
Yep.
No problems here for Team Canada. They will blank the first end, so carry the last one advantage into the second.
Okay,
No score.
Yeah, so just go around.
Yeah, I think so. If not, same thing.
What corner do you guys like? She was really floating those her turns.
Yeah.
So her turn. She'll probably go tight, but. Okay.
Давайте тогда, если контроль, то это 2, 2, 3, 2, 4.
Настя, время.
Да.
Похож на шестой сам. Можно ждать, подними пока. Надо, чтобы подсел немного. Есть шестой. Валит очень сильно. Четко сам. Хорош.
Спасибо.
Молодец.
Second end underway, Russia, Canada. No score in that first end, so Russia this time putting the center guard up.
Top eight. Line's really nice.
teams wanting to force to play. Try and have Canada score a single point so they can have the last on advantage themselves and go for a multiple score. So very much the same tactics for all curling teams.
Yeah.
Happy to give away one. Score 2 yourselves. 5 stone, free guard zone.
14-4.
That is why that red stone up front is left alone. It is protected by that rule. We play a 6 ends minimum, but the game is scheduled for 10 ends, and of course the teams are being timed, so after 38 minutes of thinking time would run out, they would lose the game. And at any given point during the game, they are allowed to call a timeout to bring their coach on for 1 minute. This is looking like a really good draw here. Right on top of that yellow from Mishenka.
Do you like tapping at all? Yeah. I'll give you the same weight though. Yeah.
We'll see if players have found the draw weight.
Line's good,
Today.
top 4.
We've seen a few early struggles with the ice being so quick.
Wait,
Perhaps a bit of an adjustment period
Okay,
for
we're
a lot of the players here, but now a few days into the competition, you would expect them to
really coming off.
have found the
Make
feel
sure
for
you're
it.
here. Line's okay now, but just to it. Just to it.
This one is a tiny bit heavy though,
No bounce.
from the Canadian lead. Oh, actually just
14-6.
sits in time, but the angle not fantastic.
Yeah, great opportunity now for Russia to come off the inside of that yellow and get a roll in behind. Just playing a tap back. They're on this early though, for line.
Looks pretty close. Want the inside of the yellow here and just flop right on top of their own, and they will. Real good shot by Uzanova.
Great weight control.
Just punches that yellow one through.
Okay, sure.
And
You want to try rolling for a corner?
Skip Zacharias
Do you like that?
thinking, well, we're already in a bit of trouble here, so let's clear the front and try and bail.
Yeah.
Knowing full and well that the Erlang shot stone.
Up, hard.
Russia might make a play. This one over curling. Oh, oh boy. Not a great result there. Leaves the center guard, removes their own shot stone, leaving
I thought so, yeah.
Russia line 2 on the forfeit.
Yeah, that was probably the worst result they could have got there. Even just opening the front would have given them something to play with. Russia can now put up a longer guard here. So just over curling it. Still does enough to cover the center line.
Yeah, that was just both times that one rock was over curled. I don't know. We'll watch it. Hold the release here.
Expecting some big weight here.
Whoa!
Some real thrusts coming out that hack, but being accurate just as important here. 1, 2, just a feather on that second guard. Would have loved to have gotten both off there. See the coach for Russia, Andrei Drostov, who's represented Russia many a times, including the Olympic Games in Sochi, so he knows how it's like to play on home soil. a little bit tired. It's a long week. Getting up at all kinds of hours. Of course, the girls were playing the morning and evening draw yesterday, and having to come out late for practice to match stones. So quite often the alternate and coach will actually have the longest days. So even though they're not out in the ice sweeping for hours, it's, you know, it can take a toll.
So looking for the double PO here. And close with the last one.
Yeah. Hard.
Carly Burgess.
Right up. Right over him. Good.
And she makes it no problem.
Yeah, real good there. Even leaves a corner guard. You never know. So that might come into play. Sheldon Zacharias, coach for Canada. Certainly taking note, tracking all the shots.
He's got 2 daughters on the team.
Is that ever a challenge to have a coach be a family member?
Yeah, I think sometimes it does bring its trials and tribulations when there's family members involved, but they seem to have a really good relationship. And he has coached Mackenzie's team for the last 8 years. So that guard just over curled. Gives Canada the chance now to come in. Just a hack weight, tap these back, try and get something going. Really good result. That's what they're looking for. Tap one back and keep the yellow in play.
12-2. It's about what we wanted. What?
Nice controlled hack weight. And really nice result.
Okay. Wasn't bad.
Well, Russia will just chuck the guard on this.
You know, it's been a great setup from your lead when you're guarding from your second stones the whole way to skip.
Шестой пока. Покоч на 12. Настя. 12, шестой. Ничего, сам до конца. Нет, ничего. Очень валит, очень валит.
Really draws hard after that hog line. This one's going to over curl too.
Yeah, not the tolerance there.
Yeah, she passed the guard. I gave Carly like this much. Even I gave her
Could have left a hole almost as well. Could have been almost 2 feet over.
same kind of weight.
Still
Like
not
12
easy
and a
though
half,
for
12-2.
Canada to come around here. A little bit of separation between those stones in the house, so needing to
Do you like that ice, or you think a little bit less? So similar to yours.
Whatever you think.
catch a good chunk of it.
And it was a good opportunity for Russia to
I agree.
take more ice
So,
there
like,
when
for 12-5,
they
I
saw
think
their
that's a
third
touch
player,
up, but-
Veers,
Okay.
come down. It
12 and a
over
half,
curled
let's
as
go.
well. So it's taking a bit more ice to allow to be in the wide side. However, Canada now have this opportunity.
Wait, no! We're hair up! M! Hard M! Hard M! Hard M! Hard! Take the roll.
Gets it all
Okay, that's not bad.
Tap up on their own yellow. Keeps the shooter in the rings. Enough to set
was
shots, don't. Russia lying second.
Same weight, hey?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that shot was there with that weight.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
we almost see like back line, back 12.
Okay.
Because I like just
Да
like
понятно, да.
See where she goes here.
Просто если он пойдет прямо, то мы не добавим. Я думаю, он будет делать борт.
Как с той стороны мы постановку возили?
А у меня стояло вот так вот четко.
То есть подваливать нормально, да, так?
Да, да. Я думаю, достаточно. Это борт, да?
Борт, да.
Да, я думаю, достаточно будет.
It's important here for Russia to lie to, force Canada to the one.
Легко! Легко! Поднять! Встать! Настя! 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 Настя!
That gets a tiny roll in. Still stays pretty open.
Не слышно вообще ни капельки.
Девочки кричат.
Я вообще не слышала, я только Настя слышала.
Они просто не слышали, я кричала раньше. Got it back.
Yeah.
Did you like the hit?
Do you like this? I think we could stick the double too.
Показывай руками тогда.
I like the hit better than the draw. I think the double we're not sticking.
Do you ever think we can stick the double?
I just think we know.
We're gonna roll out.
It's about here.
I like nose.
I mean, we don't have to get it all the way out. Just 9.5? Or do you think that's
It's as if you
risky?
miss it, we're giving up a steal
Okay.
of one. Whereas
Okay.
if we just play the nose, we're gonna
Okay,
score.
10?
I think so.
Try for it, but I mean, as long as we don't roll too far. Play for the nose, but if the angle's right, just go for it.
Which one are we
Maybe.
playing?
The nose.
Guys, I just take our one here.
Right there?
10?
Yeah.
Got it.
I think that was a good
10?
comment by
We're just nosing,
Lennon
right?
time.
Yeah.
like, what shot were we playing? I
First
don't
call
think
was
she was
fast,
too excited about the
Yeah.
one or the other
I
call.
don't know if we can go
So
off
rarely it
first.
comes off for you if you
Yeah.
Yeah,
just always end up in between the two shots, and there's just going to be confusion in terms
Yeah,
of
10.
communicating
Do you have it?
communicating the line
Yeah,
as
10
well.
should be
So
fine, I think.
Yeah, I like 10.
yeah, you don't want any doubt.
Right out.
The sweepers need
Christian.
clarity as well.
it seemed she was pretty intent on playing the draw, though. It would be the same path where they drew for hammer. Would have a pretty good grasp of the line and weight.
Double.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Going now.
Whoa.
Clean.
So just nose hit for the single. Does catch the curl in time to sit and nibble that forfeit circle. So the first score of the game goes to Canada, but just a 1. So
Good sweep.
1 point lead for Canada over Russia here through 2 ends of play.
We just got a couple good ones in there early. And
Yeah. Just a couple over curls on that one side.
Why mine keeps overcurling?
It just over curled. Like, I think it, like Carly's moves quite a bit there too.
Tight.
Tight. Okay. Halfway.
mine's good.
Tight. Line's good. Switch. Switch.
Halfway high. Tight. Weight's good.
Okay, M in. M in.
Yeah, go.
Right up, right up. Good sweep. Nice throw.
What was it?
16-4.
Center guard in place by Team Canada. It is them playing Russia here in Krasnoyarsk, Siberia. Russia. World Junior Curling Championships 2020 action for you.
Можно ждать. Подними вверх.
Нет.
Будет сам баннер.
Валить нельзя.
So we'll see both the teams throw guards here.
Оставь, оставь.
Canada looking to force the Russians to take their single back. And of course, Russia putting up that corner guard there, now looking to take full use of that advantage. Put a multiple end up on the scoreboard.
Line's good, all of you. Line's good. Switch. Switch. Top four, make it good, guys, right here. Line's pretty good. Right here, guys.
Yep.
Hard M. It's a good sweep.
Hard M.
Keep nice throw,
going.
Lauren. 15.
Влад, где он стоит? 4 дола.
4 фута. Свип! Линия, да! Да!
Вверх
Свип!
покой.
Есть линия!
Можно
Вот
вверх
так,
делать.
свип! Да! Свип! Очень надо линию, да! Свип до конца! Свип!
A real big sweep here to
Свип! Да!
get the stone past the center guard, and they will get there.
Спасибо, девушки.
Onto the yellow top four. Real good sweep. That's pretty good angle. Not too bad there for Russia.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing the teams today using their sweepers more. First couple of days with the ice being so fast, it took them a wee while to get the hang of actually sliding slow enough. And sweepers were standing back more, whereas today,
Close.
using the sweepers.
Close. Yeah. Yeah. Hard. You gotta go. Really hard line. Really hard. Really hard. Right here.
Just catches the guard.
Yep. She looks soft at all?
She doesn't like that raw.
Okay.
Keeps overthrowing.
14-3.
Mac, I really think it's that rock.
Just curl
Мне
more.
нравится
Here.
реально привести сюда.
Does it just curl more or is it slow?
А если
Slow.
сыграть
Then
от
throw.
него? Да.
Having a discussion about the stone.
У нас будет 2 атаки сверху над желтым.
Можно
стоять.
просто
Feels it's
ударить.
curling more.
2 атаки над желтым. Тебе не нравится?
And that can happen. Not all stones are 100% matched. There will be very slight differences. And it's how you manage those.
Ладно, давай попробуем. Борт. Свип, свип, да, свип, свип, да, очень свип, свип, да, очень надо, да, свип. Молодец.
Спасибо.
Like 11.5 should be close.
Yeah, really hard. Really hard. Right up. You gotta go.
On this very early for line.
Whoa.
Yeah, a little tight off the bat there.
Whoa,
That's
Lauren.
clear.
You can't nose it. Hard.
Well, they are going to nose the center guard.
Okay, she
Promotes
just
that
popped
forward.
her in. That's okay. It's all good. 12.5. Weight was good.
Interesting result.
Double. Yeah, sort of. It's really thin.
She looks quite perplexed by that one. You wonder if her sister will be harder on her or nicer because they're related. So Russia with last stone here, clearing the front, giving themselves options.
10? Okay, right at it.
Clean.
Yep. Yeah. 10-5. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Yes. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Hard. Good.
Real nice shot there by Carly Burgess.
10-1.
Just surrounding that red stone.
Yeah, the red looks very lonely now.
We'll probably need to crack open the forfeit area here, Russia, if they're ever going to use their corner guard.
Нам надо сохранить шутер. Да, вот так.
Блин, я не знаю. Пойди сюда.
I don't know, she says, and we'll call down to Ilyakova to have a look.
А что если мы попробуем сохранить шутер и вот так вот сюда, этот сюда отойдет?
Мне вообще не нравится, если честно, бить.
Но нам придется как-то потом выталкивать. Думаешь, ну потом оставить?
Да, да.
А что тебе нравится? Просто сюда привести?
Блин, а если вообще попробовать сыграть вот так? Этот, скорее всего, пойдет вот в этот, ударится так, так.
Да, но нам надо сохранять шутер.
Да, да, но это не сильно. Если контроль, я думаю, вот так получится
Но
сделать.
просто нам нужно, чтобы это тогда тоже вышло. Нам...
Не обязательно.
Или просто тебе нравится растык?
Нет,
давай
нет.
тогда вот так попробуем.
Да, давай.
Два желтые и немножко...
Помнишь, что плоховато, Валя?
Да, плоховато. Какой вес?
Давай контроль.
So they will make a play here. Perhaps playing on the opposite side of the stone that I was considering myself. They'll be playing a hit and roll to get the shooter towards the corner guard. But the top yellow won't go. So just a controlled wait. Could have played the other side to try and kill two of the yellows.
Yeah, just because the yellows are slightly checked. Could go back and she's just tight of line there. But just trying to set up some angles for later on in the end.
Побоялись. Это контроль был? Да.
That was a 9, hey?
Просто он же сначала...
Oh, I thought you said 9-1.
So that was good.
Okay.
Little bit.
Clean. Waist cut. Whoa, whoa. 9.5. No. Clean. Whoa,
Clean.
whoa. M. Hard. 6. Okay.
It's not bad. 9.5, just a little bit up. Just ran a little bit more. It's not terrible, I don't think. No.
Давай так. Контроль.
So Russia looking here how they can generate their two. They want to try and use the corner.
Вот так еще.
А что вот если вот так? Но это все одно и то же.
Что?
А если мы действительно вот так попробуем
Вот так?
сыграть?
Мне нравится больше вот так играть.
Блин, а так у нас дабл остались.
Там дабла не будет.
Будет. Какой вес?
Контрол!
So looking for the raise, and I
Полегче.
think the roll over behind the corner.
Да! Hold! Hold!
Again, tighter of line. Sweepers
Давай, давай, давай,
on
давай.
it early.
Still useful. Don't think that top red's going anywhere anytime soon.
What do you like? I don't want to touch the top one.
No, I know. Like we could try this and roll off of 3. It's just
We're
it's,
jamming.
like, cute.
We have to play it really tight and like here.
Yeah.
But I think that's a shot.
Yeah, like just roll here.
I think
Like
as close to nose as possible. If
Yeah.
she still hits the double, I think we might have
Okay.
something. I don't know. I think that's what we,
I think so.
as long as we don't hit this. Or even just shove it this way, just a hair.
Okay.
Okay. What do you like board? Or do you
I
like
was
like
thinking
10 and a
10 and a
half?
half.
Okay, 10 and a half in there.
Okay. Yeah, Mac.
Okay. Pretty close to nose.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll move a little.
Yeah, I agree. Hers are moving. I mean, I think I throw a little more rotation, but still. Hers were moving quite a bit at the end.
All right, Mac, let's go.
It's making good here. 10 and a half.
Yeah.
Stay nice and close.
Right up, straight through it.
So just looking to hit as much as you can see of this red stone. Doesn't want to catch the top one.
Yes, guys! Hair up! Yes!
Whoa! Never! Never! Hardcore!
They jumped on that early and they didn't need to.
Sorry.
So, all of a sudden, a chance for Russia to hit line 3.
That's okay.
Можем просто стей, и тогда у нее не будет.
Большой
I
ролл,
don't
да?
know if they thought she was tight played, but they jumped on it very early.
I think she saw Russia over curling there a few times, thinking
Контрол.
there's maybe a bit more
Наоборот, туда играть.
finish. And of course, they didn't want to catch the top one either, so
And just a bit more positive release
По весу
from
контрол.
Canada.
Ну, просто стей.
Мне нравится ролл туда играть, иначе это, возможно, будет трипл какой-нибудь.
Свип.
Контрол! Вау! Тип! Вау! Ничего, поднять! Поднять! Найс, вали, 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 вали! Да!
well, rolls away, but will stay for third. Now,
Мне
how
показалось,
does this angle up for Canada?
Думала, что я мягче сделала.
мне показалось, там только ты отпустилась, и ты сказала сразу.
Я сразу
Yeah,
сказала,
Canada
что я
need
думала,
to
я меньше сделала.
trying to remove 2 here.
Извиняюсь.
Damage limitation.
Умница.
Мне просто вращение не понравилось, я думала, что...
Let's play the double. Okay. 9.
Yeah.
Shouldn't curl much on this side.
Are we trying to go over the top or like the straight
Just
back?
a straight back. Okay.
Playing a double.
All right, Mac, throw good.
Can you get all 3, or is it not quite there?
Oh, to catch the top one, to get over to the one in the wing, you would likely miss the back one.
Couple of options though. Catch a bit too thin, you get the top 2.
Yeah.
Oh!
Whoa.
Yeah! Whoa! Whoa!
Almost a bit unlucky to not get 2 reds here. If she's close. Ah, but over curls. Wow.
Oh, man.
Who lies between the red and the yellow now?
Sorry, Mac.
It's fine. I thought it was fine.
And that's where she could have afforded to be in the high side, because as you said, Xander, you could have lifted the double on the wing one.
Yeah, well, there was two ways to make the double she was just playing. And then, yeah, had the double on top too as well, so.
Ну, здесь ролл даже некуда поймать, потому что вот тот камень.
Over curling, yeah.
С этой стороны.
Not the tolerance
Ну,
necessarily.
вот на край просто. С 2 футов, меньше, меньше.
Looks like red is second. From here.
Yeah, so either Russia is
Там
pretty
непонятно,
certain
но
they're
даже
allowing
если
two,
ловить ролл,
or
то некуда его ловить.
do you don't want to risk playing the hit and roll if it's not necessary?
Просто, да, нужно в белую. 6
We'll see
футов.
if Canada will call for a measure.
Непонятно, Настя.
Sometimes it looks closer from here.
А, хорошо.
Last stone, third end. Russia with a chance to really take full use of last stone advantage. Seemingly lying two. So potential draw for 3 here, but sweepers on this early. It is really digging in. It is really pulling up, and I don't think they'll get there. Wow. That's a huge missed opportunity for Primantseva. So the measure is called as well. For all you know, it might just be the single.
Really nice. It's only one. That's for sure no. Yeah? Yeah, that's gone.
That's a
On the
let off
back it
for
looks
Canada.
like this, but I don't know.
90 было?
Wings are off.
Мне показалось, что ты его как будто, может, подзакрыла.
When we see it from this angle, maybe I would change my mind.
Wow.
Really nice. It's only one.
Блин, очень странно.
Yeah.
But we shall see what the measure tells us.
Well, if they weren't entirely sure that Russia
red.
just played the draw to be safe, I think they might regret that now, because if they just nose this stone, they would get 2 for sure.
Был, да.
Ну, если он даже был, то у нас с Семой был жесткий.
Oh,
Red.
it is red.
That's fine. At least it wasn't 3.
Oh, well, 2 points for Russia. They will jump ahead in the lead 2-1 after 3 ends of play here in the Crystal Ice Arena.
Okay. If they throw, we like. Well, she just missed the end.
Я видела, но он все равно прошел бы и встал бы, если бы был вес. Просто...
Тем более это на их ошибках, поэтому я думаю, им бы это было не очень приятно. Похож на 5-й! Хорошо, это супер будет. Да. И не супер! Не будет его, молодец!
Давай. Если можно, то Ира.
Давай. Еще, да.
А это сколько был ногами?
So Russia gets us going here. 4th end of play. It is Russia-Canada, the 4th session in the women's competition. Nine games to be played in total, with 10 teams in the round robin. For the moment, Russia undefeated with 3 wins, alongside Korea and Japan.
Mine's really nice.
Canada,
Mine's
they
really
follow
good.
closely with 2 wins, 1 loss. They would certainly be
17 and a half.
quite
Where's that
happy
one?
to not drop
Was
to
it?
2 and 2.
17 and a half. Watch the camera, Em.
Like we usually say, a 6-3 record should be a pretty safe for a playoff spot. 7 wins for sure.
Yeah, it's a long week. Teams can't think too far ahead about the playoff situation. They need to focus on the game here and now.
Очень валит, прям очень сильно.
Надо, чтобы
Это
валил
дом
сел.
будет.
Дом.
When I played the juniors, our coach had a way of us thinking that we started off in 10th place. So for each game we won, we moved up 1 spot.
Yeah.
Or now
They're
we're
like
ninth.
right around ours.
Now
Do you
we're
like
eighth,
this?
so on.
Or just come, or
It's a
you
bit
can
silly,
come
but
right here. Yeah.
worked okay for
Couple
us.
more feet here.
When you have a lot of downtime, it's hard not to look at other games and scenarios, but
Line's close.
I think players
Yeah.
are always a little bit different there. Some don't care at all, and
Line's really nice.
some get really hung up on all the numbers and possible scenarios.
Wait only. Line's good.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a case of control the controllables, and that's go out and play well, and
Right here.
the wins will then
Yeah.
help everything else take care of themselves for the playoff
Good
positions.
throw, Lauren. 2 nice ones.
There's no point in worrying about what other teams are doing or situation. Just control your own performance.
Мне нравится просто забросить. Да.
So a really nice come around the corner guard.
Подождите пока.
Canada, Russia now coming right around
Нет!
the 2 centres.
Нет!
Want this to be in the forefoot.
Не
Вера,
трогать, вообще
зачем?
нет.
Нет, он останется.
And just
Мне
slips
казалось, ты
back
кричишь,
tee,
да.
Нет, я кричала всю дорожку нет.
close to whose line shot.
Hate to leave a double, but their shot. Maybe.
Canada,
I like coming
maybe.
around, or do you ever like the straight rip? Do you ever like the hit and roll? Or that? Let's do that.
The guard's not
Like
really
this?
in the way of anything.
What do you just have it up for 10?
The long red guard doesn't really protect much.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like to
overall,
clear the
that's
front,
okay.
and I think that's a good point.
Straight out of them.
That the danger stone here for Canada is really that stone top 12. Even though it's in the house, it's essentially a guard, and it's really blocking up the centre line much more than the long guard.
No! Oh!
Yeah, it's a good opportunity to get a roll behind your corner as well and have 2 in behind there.
Yeah, whoa, whoa. No. Okay.
That was a bit too far, but still pretty good.
Half double, it still goes into it. What did she say it was? 10-3?
Taking a look at all the scores, we see Japan looking strong for another win, 6-1 over Latvia. Korea up by 2 on Sweden to look undefeated as well. Denmark, they are leading Hungary 4-1, and Norway, Switzerland, they are all tied.
Нет!
See that? That's why it's a good thing to quite often roll too far, kind of lure your opponent out in the wing. And if they can't make that roll back now, that whole 8-foot's open. You can ignore that stone.
Just back line.
Wait.
Hey.
The guard is so high. You don't need to be close to the guard.
What was that?
10-3.
Hack! Board! Well then, if you're... Whoa! Close! Yeah! Whoa! Hard! Whoa!
We don't need to be around the guard though.
Try to roll it out the other side. Side maybe. Okay, that's good. 12-3. I curled a ton.
Yeah. Good play.
So a nice tap back.
Чуть повыше!
Russia will just try and follow that. Looking higher of line. Trying to curl it. And it doesn't remove it from play. So it'll be close to see who's third shot. But Canada do lie one at the moment.
Center line. Just a little roll this way. I like this way. Okay. Yeah, okay.
If we roll that way,
10?
she's freezing.
Yeah. Right of it.
So a great opportunity now for Canada with the last stone at this end.
Clean. 10.
The whole forefoot's open for them.
Wait, up. No. Roll the other way a bit. Yes, Lauren. Hard. Sit. Okay.
Just rolls too
I
far.
missed the time. It's okay. Shoot.
But Canada still lie two.
What was that?
No. Roll the other way a bit. Yes, Lauren. Hard. Sit. Okay.
Его практически не видно, мы можем убрать стейм на конце.
Просто мы будем делать сейчас сложное задание, при том, что она потом просто выбьет открыто, у нее будет снова
So the issue for Russia here,
А нам надо будет делать
shot
сложное задание. Сейчас мы делаем
stone
легкое,
is
легкое.
completely buried. So choosing just to remove the second counter.
Умница. Do you like 10 or do you like less? I like 10. Okay. Right on it. Little big. Whoa. Little big.
We saw this yesterday a couple of times, Ander, when the lead does come around that corner guard and use it early on in the end. That stone has stayed there to be a second counter
9-9.
with the hammer. Because there's so many times we do see corner guards going up and then never being used.
Если мы сыграем от гарда, то что? У нас отскочат сюда, и они будут уже за центр сами лезть.
Not easy to get to for Russia.
Но мы также можем
привести сюда фриз.
They do have the slash on their own, but
Но мне кажется, вот
they
это
don't make that
проще, потому что
perfect,
если
so
что,
bring
могу
that
тот снять.
back yellow into play.
Мне кажется, надо вот это делать.
Да, мне тоже нравится.
Если мы просто
Но если ты
делаем
теряешь
первый,
шутер, они тебе сюда еще один загоняют.
Но в любом случае надо это делать. Я хочу средний. Вот так, наверное. Я никак здесь пил не смогу сделать.
Yeah, they're not
Тут есть много
overly happy about
ошибки.
playing this slash.
Если стей попадаю, я попадаю туда. Мне единственное, что в перевал нельзя, и все.
Да.
They have got options as well. If it does over curl, they can raise it onto the
У нас
back
больше нет
yellow.
заданий.
А если фриз к желтому привести вот к этому на начале?
And I think this far out,
Это сложнее, чем сделать это. У меня есть ошибка в стей, потому
you
что...
should be able to hold it on the high side.
Вверх!
Свип!
No sweeping at the moment. And completely passes everything.
Wow.
Big mistake there. She knew she had to catch it fairly thin. So she had an option. Over curl, she could raise it on the back one.
Такой сильный.
Unfortunately, does neither.
Я вообще не заметила.
Make this, it's really good too. Yep. How much extra do you have? A lot? Okay.
If Canada can hit that and roll into
think we need to throw
there,
anything crazy
they're
at
in
it.
a
Here's
really
solid.
good position.
Yeah, let's throw 10.5. I like that a lot.
Hers did nothing.
No, I thought she might have poked it a bit,
Yeah,
but
she really
do you like that, or do you think it's gonna? Yeah, okay.
I like that. You got it, Mac.
10.5. 10.5. Hers didn't really do anything, but I mean it was a lot of weight, but.
Like, I think Tolan just did overroll here.
Yeah, agreed, 100%.
Do you like that ice then, or?
You don't think it's gonna curl that much, eh?
I don't.
Hairless. Okay.
Well, certainly don't want to make the shot for Russia here.
Let's make this good.
We'd have to
Rock
be
first
pretty
here, right
wide to make the slash, but of course that jam on the back yellow is in play. If you don't get to the inside here, no need to throw too much weight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not throwing as much as Russia did. More controlled weight here.
No, right off. False. Hard, Carly. Hard. Curl a bit.
Really good, Mac.
Just
really
gets
good.
the inside, avoids the jam on the back yellow. Canada lie 3.
Let's wait.
I feel like sweeping backs that up more than
Yeah.
anything.
Okay, I didn't see back up, but it might not have helped.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a 10-7. Okay.
Yeah, Russia in a bit of trouble
9-7?
here, facing 3
10-7.
without the hammer.
And do you still have enough that if she makes this so that you can run it in?
Yeah, I thought she might try the double actually.
Okay.
Like I had like you have notes.
Oh, okay.
Оставь чуть больше. Какой вес?
Just looking to come in and freeze the
1 с плюсом.
edge of that yellow stone.
1 с плюсом делал.
Corner freeze is really the only option she has here. Or lift the double. But chosen the draw.
Воу! Есть! Только вес! Нет! Вес! Надо опору вес! Свип! Свип!
Well, they lost that. Watched it most of the way and then caught the guard. Big mistake from Russia.
Well, gave up the chance to score 3 in the previous end, and now they seem to give up a big end to Canada here.
Ты не видела?
Because of the guard.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But probably similar weight, hey?
Draw
Similar
to
weight?
score
Yeah, I think
4.
you can leave it 14-8.
Okay.
15 still sweep. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Pretty
Mac,
close to
let's
the button.
capitalize here.
It's 2 ends in a row. Russia coming up short. The final draws.
We're there right now.
Back. Didn't feel too bad.
Hasn't curled yet. No.
Not touching this one. Sweeper's backing right off of it. Will it sit in time? Starting to grind. Sweep behind the tee line here, trying to get it out, but it will hang on back 12. So score of 4. A bit of a scare there from Skip Zacharias. A big end for Canada. 4 points on the board against the reigning champions. They will lead 5-2 after 4 ends played.
I feel like I'm still finishing my out turns, but it's just never
Coming back.
like, am I off my shoulder or something? Because I've rolled
For your
it.
out turn?
Yeah.
I think I just gave you too much ice because they're third. The
No,
thirds
she'll
are
go in the
third, and
prima.
I think I just need to boost. I
like
just
top-
throw in the corner,
See what the
definitely.
first one is, but
Top,
yeah,
I think top 4 tight.
yeah.
Yeah, 5th then. not worried about that line at all.
No, I know. And I thought it was a lot of weight. It really grabbed.
I got 14-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, nice. Make this good.
Line's good. Top four.
Out there.
Top four.
You in?
Top four. M first. Wait only right now.
Back four.
Hasn't moved yet. Trying now.
Or T, just
Okay.
back.
14-1. 6.
Big score of 4 as Canada now lead Russia 5-2 in this round-robin game. You never know, you might see these teams again come in of the week in the playoffs.
Пятый, четвертый, пятый. Очень много, очень много. Мне кажется, это уже шестой идет. Шестой, можно по линии, ой, по весу. Воу-воу. Спасибо. Не стирайся.
I think this path's still similar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait only, wait only. Carly in. It's got to curl.
Weight's good.
Really got to move. It's trying now. Hard car, right up. Right up, Carly. Right up. Nice and tight. Right up, car. That's a good sweep. Good throw. Nice weight. 16-1.
По весу. Контрол.
So Russia can see enough of this Canadian stone in the house. It is back tee. They could have come around their corner guard here on the in-turn,
Подними. Подожди.
deciding to get this one off the forefoot.
Вали, вали, вали. Да, да,
Try and get the roll there instead.
Стой, 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 стой.
Just rolled a wee bit far.
Настас.
Блин, я со страха такие плюсы даю в сторону.
Still there, so forces Canada to be hitting in the wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
10.
Yeah.
Clean.
Clean.
Clean. Whoa. Whoa.
It's
Clean. 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 Good. 9-3.
Was I a little wide?
So Russia, just
Yeah,
ignore
a
that
little
now.
bit. I should have
Try
given
and
you
get
less
one
ice,
in
so that
behind
was gonna come
cover.
back on that side a bit more. Okay.
How's it like to regroup and focus on the task at hand after giving up a big end? Is it easy to steam and maybe go all out, call some
Подождите, пока, подождите.
overly aggressive shots?
It can be, but I think you've got to, at this stage, you know, the team get together at the end of the end. They'll be annoyed they lost a 4, but it's looking at the scoreboard. They're 3 down,
Свип.
and there's still 6 ends to play. So they just have to focus on this end, try and get a 2 back, and tighten the scoreline. And it's just having that chance to regroup and really have a focus on this end. Because although they'll be disappointed to have lost a 4, they can't change it. It's happened. You need to bin that and move forward with what you can control, and that is trying to score your 2 back here.
No line. Carly in.
T-line.
Carlin.
T-line.
Line's okay. Yeah.
Line only.
Where's the weight? It's
T-line.
It's gone. Play the tap. Car in.
Yeah, go. Go.
Which rock is this? 8?
So Russia heavy
Straight up.
with their
That's fine.
draw, gave Canada
like-
the chance to come
She's
round the
wide,
guard.
and then it was like gone halfway down.
Just taking a look at the standings, and we talked about how Canada and Russia might meet again. Of course, the top 4 teams will make it through to the playoffs, and we see there's a bit of a division here between the top pack and the bottom 4, Hungary, Latvia, Norway, and Sweden, yet to pick up a win. So it could be really a big rat race between the top 6, but still early in the week. Still those bottom 4 teams, if they win the next 6 games, they could be in the mix. But we're seeing a bit of a trend so far. And there's no tiebreakers anymore, so if you're tied for win-loss record, it's down to head-to-head, and draw shot challenge, which is becoming increasingly more important.
Definitely is.
9.5.
And a lot of teams now appreciate the importance of that draw shot pre-game, not just for the hammer, but can eliminate or keep you in a competition at the end of the week. So a lot of teams will build that into their practice routines.
Whoa. Close. Yeah. Hard. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Yes. Whoa.
Nice hit and roll.
9-3. 9-3. Yeah.
Carly Burgess will be happy with that. Just back to you no more. It does give Russia the chance to freeze it.
Так, я делаю нолик. Надо ждать свет. Ира, внимательно, просто легко. 8
Really nice shot. Well played, well judged.
Pair off nose.
Should be okay, I think.
It's really close to going in that one, but I hit it really thin.
This nose. Peel.
I like middle rock even less.
I agree.
Touch less.
Okay, right at it.
Barely bumps that yellow, so it'll be tough to remove.
Yep. Yeah. Whoa.
Carly Burgess
Whoa.
trying to run it back here, and will. Wow, what a shot by Carly Burgess. Unlucky to jam it on the wing, but actually will stick that guard in behind cover. Absolutely
Thought
perfect.
it might go under, but it's fine.
Yeah, 2 really great shots from Burgess.
It's still pretty good. I mean,
Very
yeah,
unlucky to
very.
jam on that yellow.
Still pretty good, I mean.
Yes, we're being picky now.
I was just quoting the skipper. Just hoping that was going to go under, but still pleased enough with Carly's efforts.
Очень прямо.
Только Настя.
And sometimes when a great shot's made, we'll see the opposition miss a shot, and we will see that here. And then now the end is turned on its head.
Yeah, Russia
Once again.
underswept that. They watched it 3/4 of the way down, no sweeping, and then all of a sudden starts to draw and they catch the guard.
Потому что не слышно ничего. И говорят, поднять. Сделала. Я ей сказала, подожди. И она поэтому не протирала. Да, нам надо научиться просто легко протирать.
Clean.
just hit the open red.
9-4. Good sweep, guys.
So Russia only left with 2 stones to play.
Good
They're
throw.
going to have to make both of them count.
9-4. Okay. Move it up.
Мне кажется, что тут просто вот отсюда будет валить хорошо. А вот здесь может пойти прямо вот в этом промежутке. Давай попробуем борт вот с такой.
So they are handing Russia the opportunity to play the hit and roll in behind cover. But even if that's made perfect, the yellow center guard could be run back.
Не знаю, у меня просто предыдущими, короче, когда я кидал тейки, очень прямо шел. А у Веры сейчас очень валил. Если что, смотрите.
Уверенный борт или просто?
Борт, просто борт.
2 guards out front there. And a corner one that can provide cover.
Побольше! Он едет на чем-то!
Just roll behind one of them.
Ничего. Ничего.
A lot of rotation here.
Настя,
Threw that out at release.
Да, без ролла. Окей.
Actually going to roll all the way out on the opposite side.
Вера, посмотри камень.
Watch a release here.
Oh, it picked up. That's what happened.
Yeah, someone caught it.
Unlucky.
Я когда
Yeah.
рукой шевелить начала, он...
So
I wondered because there's certainly a lot of rotation when it left her hand. But she was trying to get rid
A
of
little more
whatever,
ice, just in
whatever
case
was
it
up.
goes.
caught on.
Yeah. Stay close. I'm not
So
sure what it's
just
gonna do.
some kind of debris
I'm kind of weak.
getting caught under the stone there.
So like
Try to shake it off
рукой.
and let it go cleanly. Just very hard to do when you only have
Я не знаю, за...
a second or two to react
Come on, let's make this good. Let's put the
and
pressure
let
on her.
the stone go perfectly. And obviously when you practice so many hours to slide perfect and release the stone in the same manner each time, for then something to grab under the stone will obviously affect that to a great degree.
Back 12. As long as they stick
So
around.
unlucky there for Russia,
Hard
but
if you can. Back here's fine.
look like they'll
Back 8, back 12. If you can, it's curly.
be let off a little bit by Canada here. They put that
Okay.
top button behind cover.
14-1.
They'd be in big trouble, but that slips to the back of the 8 foot. So
Sorry. Just kicking
that's nice
too
of
much.
Canada
Yeah, just a little bit.
to not take advantage of the.
I don't think it
picked
was
up stone.
deliberate.
Sorry. That's okay. Kicking a little hard, I guess.
It came over really nice.
Canada will still be quite happy to force Russia here to take a one. Have a 2-point lead coming into halftime
Ну так,
and now control
широко
of the
очень.
even ends. But first, this draw needs to be made. I'm sure the front end has
Ноль, да?
Да, я думаю.
cleaned the sliding path thoroughly this time. No problems there.
Без плюса было.
Хорошая линия.
Just down to the sweepers now.
Полностью 4.
Try and guide the stone there.
Ира, да, подержи линию. Есть линия.
Отлично,
Есть
4.
линия. Только вверх.
Starting to curl on them.
Одна.
Lost the guard. Slight panic there, but draw is made right to the lid. A single point for Russia. And that is this game. Played halfway, so it is Canada to lead. 5 shots to 3
I was 14
as the teams now head in for halftime break. 5 minutes with their coaches and alternate players. They'll be back for the second half.
Больше контроля на
Да,
На
девчонки
камне.
это делают, это мы скорее их восстанавливаем.
Да, тяжело очень сейчас.
ну, понятное дело, они будут заваливаться. Поэтому на таких весах лучше пока не поднимать, пока уж там не дикость большая, да? Не обязательно проходить вот так вот с гардом. Можно проходить больше, нужно проходить больше. И повнимательней в четвертом энде, да? Твой первый камень. Который вот этот угловой.
They're done, they're in the past. Doesn't matter. How are you feeling?
I don't know if I like where I won, but
We don't either.
it's just like overcurled on everything.
It has.
Yeah. But
Have you noticed that?
okay.
Is she throwing those cool?
Yeah, she's throwing it
Like
fine.
even my draws, I don't know. They're just like
In turn, you're coming this way, she was great.
Yeah.
I noted it. Then that draw just curled
Yeah.
unnaturally.
Yeah.
I hate this
it's
thing.
not
Keep
When
on
are you throwing it? I never know.
My first one.
Okay.
Yeah, but even my other one, I think my other one just keeps hitting pass when it overcurls.
That's me.
Like I think that one's fine.
I think it's starting to curl more than what we've seen. It's
Yeah.
like going opposite of the other games. Because like mine, even though it was back, it should have ran.
First end blank. So in the second, it is Canada facing 2 Russian counters. For skip Mackenzie Zacharias, she will make the nose hit, score 1 point for the Canadian side.
We just got a couple good ones in there early. And
Yeah.
just a couple.
And the third end would be Russia with a chance to draw for 3. But coming up well shy of the house. Would measure, but would win that measure, Russia. Score the 2, lead by 1. But in the fourth end, everything falling apart for the Russians as Canada with an open draw to the house to score 4. Oldie, but settles in the back 12. Good enough for a big end. Canada jump ahead.
I feel like I'm still finishing my out turns, but it's just never.
So with that single in the fifth, it's Canada leading Russia 5-3. Elsewhere, Japan still looking strong, 7-2 over Latvia. Korea up 5-1 on Sweden. Denmark leading Hungary 6-1. Also Switzerland with a 6-2 lead as they play Norway. These are the stats for our game. It's been a pretty well-played game. Of course, Russia had some struggles in that fourth end, give up a big score, and that's really the main difference between the two teams right now. And Canada with a 2-point lead and hammer will, of course, be favourites for the second half, but still halfway there, so anything can happen.
Третий! Какой гард?
Дальний.
С двумя будем? Понятно. Туда, гад. Туда.
Мягко нельзя. Очень мягко. Есть четвертый. Можно подождать даже.
Team Russia and Team Canada back on the ice for the sixth end.
Пятый.
О, полегче. Да.
Во-во-во, оставь.
You're watching live curling from Krasnoyarsk, Russia. We're in the Crystal Ice Arena for the World Junior Curling Championships 2020.
Молодец.
I'm Sander Rolvag, joined by Rona Howie for this cracking matchup. We've seen some really good shots in this game, and of course, a couple of blunders.
Back team.
But overall, pretty high-level play.
Has it curled at all?
Where? Switch if you can,
Yeah, just some unforced errors from Russia. It's given Canada the advantage.
Right to tee, guys.
But as you say, a lot of good play in the first 5. And I'm sure we'll see some more in the second half.
14-8.
So Anastasia, 88% for today's game.
Пока много очень. Можно поднять, да. Много линий. Надо подождать, это 6 за пока. Это много веса.
Стой. Ира. Давай.
Sliding back 4 foot.
Блин, берите, пожалуйста, сначала просто легко, а потом уже втираетесь. Еще легче.
Да. Ну, типа, вообще прям не упирайся на шоу.
Line's good. Top 4.
Back 4.
T-line. No line.
Back
no,
4.
No.
T-line.
M in, M first, switch.
Lauren Lenentine enjoying a good game
Okay, yeah, that
through the
M's
first
gotta
half.
Go, though.
T-line.
Okay, wait only.
T-line.
Wait for it if you can.
Top 8. Top 8.
A little bit wide here.
It's really not moving a lot at all. That's okay. Good throw.
It's not a bad spot.
Doesn't quite get there.
What? 15-2. 15-2.
I know, but I was telling you to like.
Давай бэклайн, колодка. Нет. Подними.
Настя. Давай. Да. Это борт.
Это чуть повыше вес.
Just 9.5. Okay, pair off nose.
Let's go on.
Whoa. Close, yes! Ah, shoot. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Good throw, Em.
Just misses the double.
8-6.
9.
But shooter stays in a useful place for them.
Close, yes! Ah, shoot. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Good throw, Em.
So although Russia trying to put the pressure onto Canada, they know Canada have got last stone. They can't afford to lose another big end. They really want to force Canada to their one here so they can get control again.
Yeah. Do you like just here? Okay.
So plays the hit
Speed
and
should be good here, Em.
Okay.
allow Canada to come around. Canada would quite like to score 2 here.
Top 4.
Line's good. Top 4.
Top 4.
Give them
Line's
a
good.
big jump on the scoreboard. If we can do that,
Line's really
Russia
good.
can't
Line's
afford
good.
to let them
Line's really good.
lose another couple.
Really good.
Top 14.
Line's really good. Just here. Lauren first. Yeah, a little bit more. Nice shot, Em.
A really nice drop.
14-6.
And you almost wonder about Russia's last stone, whether they should have come round there first. They put up that centre guard early in the end. It's the opportunity to use it to put pressure on Canada.
Свип! Если нужен вес, то делай! Только вес! Свип! Да! Свип! Давай! Прижать! Воу! Свип!
Супер.
Спасибо. Умницы вообще.
Pretty nice freeze.
Yeah, really good.
Never mind.
Angle's
Do you
nice
like
for
just
them.
peeling the red? Try to slash yellow.
Yeah, do you like the peel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you like the other way? I don't. You just hate to jam it there, but
Yeah or no?
Do you ever play it this way?
Try to catch.
I don't know how tight that is.
Sure, you just hate to jam this.
I think we can still use that yellow.
Never mind.
Yep.
90% on the game for Carly Burgess. Made some really good shots in the first 5 ends, and will continue to do the simple things well too here in the end 6. Pretty reliable.
А что если мы вообще сюда привезем? Туда еще один? Ну да, как ты потом... Мы на стил играем или на форс? На стил можно. Тогда можем туда попробовать. Если что, гард. Блин. На самом деле гард мне почему-то больше нравится. Ладно. Кажется, это будет гард. Свип!
Just looking to replace this guard.
Очень валит, вау! Ничего. Стой! Молодец.
Just over Currows, but does show the right side.
You ever like just this? Kind of like this. I kind of like slashing now. Like that? Okay. I think we gotta open it up.
You just hate to pick our yellow.
What?
Just hate if we ever pick our yellow.
I know.
Yeah, I'll hit it really. Try to hit it as thin as we can.
Okay. Right at it. Let's go.
Yeah!
No.
Whoa! Yes!
Yeah.
Whoa!
That's
Really good car.
That certainly moves some granite about.
Sure.
Yeah. Change up the angles a bit.
Yeah, that's better
Yeah,
for us, I think.
definitely.
She's gonna try to move something. I mean, she might be able to get both.
Yeah, I think
The angle's better now for Canada.
The yellow's going, but
Мне
we'll
так
just...
и нравится.
She's in the house though now.
Yeah. And they're gonna be grouped together.
Вот так. Да и даже и в эту сторону у тебя есть ошибка. Сильно.
Does leave a double for Russia to potentially lie 3, but we'll keep everything very much in the open for Canada.
то все улетит, все желтые улетят.
I'm sure the goal for Canada at this end was just to make sure they score with a hammer. Keep that lead.
Которая прямо идет. Попробуй без плюса сделать. Давай. Свип! Свип! Поднять!
No problem. Well played. Both yellows disappear.
Canada trying to figure out if there's
Try the
We can
triple.
always
still
try
a
the
chance to
Круг отваливал. Нет,
maybe
он
score
шел
2,
прямо.
or actually maybe just play the triple and get the blank. So
Right there.
you're going to have to make the triple.
It's not going to curl.
No, I agree.
If you don't, you are forced.
You got it, Mac.
If you wanted to score 2, you could come down and just tap the shot stone. All tap freeze.
Okay.
Try and force an error.
Okay.
This is pretty much all or nothing.
I think this is pretty straight.
But
Yeah, it's not going to, this is like basically where we need to hit it, the ice.
Okay.
if anything, just eliminate 2 of the reds and
Touch
clear the
left.
front to
Yeah, I
get
like
that stone off the forfeit.
All right, Mac, let's make it. They're good.
Ever don't make contact though with the stone in the forfeit. Russia guards. Could be hard to score. Mackenzie Zacharias. Looking to lift all 3 here.
Whoa, whoa! Close!
No!
Curl.
Really close.
Just gonna dead stuff it. So Russia still allowing a chance to come in, lie 3, or guard the shot stone. Potentially steal now.
Sorry, Mac. It's okay. It's like a half inch.
У нас плюс 2?
Да. Какой? 5, 6, поближе?
An opportunity
Главное линию
to go
поймать.
for the steal here,
Говорите тогда сразу.
or at least force Canada to take their 1.
Большой плюс. Вообще не держи.
Похоже, пока Сан.
Воу-воу-воу!
Линию подождать! Линию подождать! Это фриз!
Sweepers are saying it's got plenty weight.
Будет фриз или подсядет?
Don't want to come right in and leave it. An easier shot.
Фриз!
Она
Well,
сказала подержать, это не я.
Comes in too deep. I'm not sure if
Да, да, Илья сказала,
left
иначе он бы
too
перевалил.
easy of a shot for the single here.
And maybe got away with that there, just the way it kissed off it.
Да, да. Сейчас углы очень хорошие, потому что она делает
Yeah,
стейк,
тоже
это дальше,
нормально.
чем
I think they're
здесь.
playing like right here. Like it's where you want to hit it.
Yeah,
Okay. Same weight?
I think so.
Same.
She
Are
hits
there
it right
less?
there, the 2 will go and
Whatever you like.
What
they'll
turn do
lie
you like?
1.
I was seeing this
Yeah,
one.
me too. So, yeah. Right here, hit it. Ice like there.
Okay.
Okay.
You
As
got
long
that.
as we nose it and get 1. Or
Yeah.
like get those 2.
Yeah.
It's really close again.
Yeah,
And it's
Vlada's
like
really
nose,
struggled
so-
with her draw weight today.
Yeah, exactly.
Потому что он должен
Same weight. Really close on this
Anywhere
one. This one
short
should
in
curl
that
a
line
little
was
bit.
good as a guard, and
All right, Mac, let's make it.
Are they thinking they're going to make the treble again here?
только с потерей шута.
Hit the top red, have it pinball through, and keep the shooter.
yeah, but the danger is as well that if you jam that one that she's going to hit onto the red at the back of the 4, it could lie short. So she's just saying go for the double, play it safe, take her 1.
Hard, you gotta go.
Whoa!
Hard, hold it.
Last stone, 6 then for Canada. They roll over curl, make that double, and leave Russia stealing 1. So the Russians claw back. Score line a bit closer now,
Господи, она так
but Canada still in the lead, 5-4. Now after 6 ends here
5-4 у нас сейчас.
in Russia.
We're still up 1 with.
Yeah.
So just score here.
Yeah.
7.
like around, I think.
Yeah.
I think so too. Okay.
Okay, let's go, guys. Get our 2 here.
Можешь. Делай сразу.
Очень мягко! Шестой, пятый. И не будет. Пятый, шестой. Легче, легче, легче. Она его так разогнала сильно.
Это дом?
Нет, нет, нет. Блин.
Really need us to stop outside the rings, Russia, but it will slip into the top 12. Now in the 7th
We
end.
had this discussion yesterday that
It'd be
better than.
It'd be crucial for Russia to try and get the force out of Canada, so they could have hammer in the 8th end.
Yeah!
So coming into the rings, that's inexcusable here.
Whoa!
I think Canada will gladly blank the 7th end, make it a 3-end game left to play with hammer and potentially 2 ends, and Russia 1. And Russia will hit.
Контрол. Поднять. Контрол. Попадаем хотя? Нет, Вера, давай ты. Да, Вера.
Well, won't actually kill that yellow at all. Just ticks it over to the wing. Well, Canada be quite happy with a blank. I think they'll take an easy deuce as well, if it's handed to them. Still very early in the end, but chance for 2 here.
Yeah, 2 poor stones from Mishenko after just getting that steal. You need the lead to be setting up the ends.
13-9.
We have a final score this afternoon.
13-9?
Japan will pick up a win on Latvia, 9-2. Korea leading Sweden 6-3. Denmark still also playing Hungary, leading 6-2. Switzerland up 7-2 on Norway. So no big surprises so far this afternoon after what we've been seeing so far this week. Sweden, Latvia, Norway and Hungary still to pick up a win, and not looking too great yet this afternoon. And speaking of not great, the start to this end for Russia. Appalling.
Yeah, you think in their huddle after the last end they would be motivated. They've just stolen a 1, back up, closing the scoreboard. And all of a sudden, the wheels have fallen off.
Well, the only good thing for Russia, it's quite early in the end, but they're going to have to make a double or 2. Maybe get a mistake from Canada as well.
14. It's less than this. Sit down. It's good, Em. Pretty good spot. What? Pretty good spot.
Тут, если что, отваливает. Так, на всякий случай. Средний. Сильно не надо. Свип!
So they'd dearly love to make up for the last one and lift 2 here.
Свип! Свип!
Well, not very close to that double either here. Over curled by quite a bit. Rolls the shooter onto the rings though.
You could have swept that. Well, it's in a good spot to hit it. Okay.
There's a chance Canada would hit the stone either way. Just keeping the blank alive as well in case Russia does make a double or 2. Don't want to leave any Russian stones hanging on, back 12.
I didn't think that was, she said that was a 9.
a hidden roll. Oh, just rolls a fraction too far. Really good effort by Tuliakova. Hoping to stay right in front of that Canadian stone.
All right, as far as it'll go.
Still gonna ask the question.
Oh, wait. 10.
Спасибо.
Right at it.
Carly Burgess wanting to catch the high side here and obviously can't. Wouldn't want to roll out. But hard to roll far enough and not leave a pretty straightforward double.
Hard! Really hard. Right up! Whoa! Hard! Yeah, right over. Hard! Okay, that's fine.
Does that pretty well,
No,
but
wait.
yellows are pretty grouped. It's an excellent chance for Tuliakova to make the first double required.
Fine. Thought I threw that okay. Yeah, 9-7 Chad. She said it was good.
Front end will be looking to her to clear up their mess. Being part of the team.
Will not make the double, but again, rolls in front, so at least
Надо было
leaves
сильнее
a
делать.
not so straightforward shot for Canada, if anything.
Yeah, it's harder to remove that. And your shooter in play.
Same. Little more. Whoa, then whoa.
Carly Burgess has had a great game today.
No. No, not yet. Now try. You gotta try hard. Hard back. Okay.
Commentator's curse.
What was that?
She is having a great game today, but that was a blip in
Тут будет
performance.
дабл. Не будет дабл, потому что это пойдет в этот.
Yeah, she wanted to catch it on the high side, but
Тут отваливается.
just nicks it across and
Давай мы
lies
тут
shot.
били с тобой, помнишь? Да. Контрол, вот так. Ну подожди, но это просто конец дома, мне нравится чуть побольше, вот так.
Но у меня пилы уходили постоянно. Постоянно шире было.
How an end can turn. Russia now have the opportunity to lie to.
Контрол плюс.
Воу.
Легко, легко. Поднять. Можно поднять. Очень широко идет. Очень широко. Настя, Настя, Настя. Настя, давай, давай, давали, давали, давали.
Not taking that opportunity here, Rumiantova.
An awful
Curled
lot of
pretty good all
unforced
the way
errors
here.
by Russia
Yeah.
at this end.
10. It was 9, and I gave you a little more ice, and it was a little farther out.
No,
and
just are we flopping?
yeah, a little bit. Just like a rock's width.
Okay.
Nose isn't terrible.
Okay.
It should curl here. Okay.
All right, rock first here. Let's go. Let's make it.
Line 5. Clean. 10. 10. 10.
No.
Clean. M.
No, and hard. Yeah, and.
Little roll. Little roll.
Good match.
Okay.
9,
So
7.
just one more chance for Team Russia
Good throw. Good sweep.
to get out of this end. We'll make the slash double. We'll have to make the slash double.
Good throw.
What was the time?
9-7.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Нужен дабл.
Big sweep to hold it straight here, but will over curl, trying to go for plan B, to roll in front of the alo instead, but just going to end up in between the two shots there. So it sits pretty open. Definitely a makeable shot here now for Team Canada.
Let's go, Mark. Let's make it good.
Put their score of 2 on the board. And it will hit and sit in time. Canada scores their deuce here in N7.
What was that? 9-2.
Just a little bit more.
9-2.
Quite the floopy end.
Just the extra weight there. Okay.
2 points for Canada. They'll be happy to lead Russia 7-4 with 3 ends to go.
Давайте повнимательнее, особенно на весах. Я же сказал 0 тебе сделать, ты сделай сильный.
Yeah, you can go back. Line's good.
Top 4, top 8. Wait only right now. Line's fine, all you guys.
How's it curl?
Top 4. Okay, M first.
It's good.
M first. Yeah. Line's good. Top 4, guys, right here. Nice shot, Line. Good sweep. 15-1.
End 8, Russia, Canada. This round robin game at the World Juniors. Canada definitely in pole position in this game. Russia will definitely need to improve on their previous end. A lot of mistakes. Left Canada scoring 2 quite easily. And it starts with the lead to put the corner guard in the right spot here. This looks much better.
Спасибо, молодцы.
I like the other one.
Looking to go back to back
I like the end. Okay, it's a little
titles.
tight, but sure.
Skip Rumantsova,
I know.
like
It
Eve
looked like
Muirhead
that
and
block
Kelsey
was
Rock's
yeah.
done before her. But 9 tough teams stand in the way.
Line's good.
2.
Line's good.
Halfway.
Wait only right now.
Wanna go?
Okay, then M first.
And then
Right up,
3.
M. If you
We're
can.
almost in now.
Okay. It's gotta finish.
Okay,
You gotta
we're in.
finish it. You gotta finish
We're
it.
going in.
Okay, whoa, then no. Just let it sit.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's fine.
Okay.
So just sneaks into front ring.
16.
Orange had a strong game today. Russia could put up a second corner, but choosing to come around. Just nicks off the yellow and in behind cover. So good there. The only problem with just nicking the yellow, it actually goes over and guards the shot better for Canada.
Yeah, we just need to.
And they'll throw another guard on it.
Wait.
Yeah.
Seeing how that stone in the top 4
Line's
is
good.
in such a good spot as well. They'll feel more than happy to throw the guard on it, and that's
Okay.
why it's so important to get those
Curling.
first stones in the right spot.
Just let it. It's gotta stop.
Great rock
It's gotta
placement
stop.
by
Are you
Lauren
in?
Lenentine.
Almost. Okay, let's go in. If you can't. Yeah. You gotta be in.
Battle heavy on this guard attempt from Emily Zacharias. Comes in top 12.
15-3. What was it? 15-3?
Мне нравится вот так сыграть.
Да, давай.
Только надо шутер сохранить. Контроль. Контроль чуть меньше. Свип. Воу, воу. Свип. Свип. Да, 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 да. Свип. Свип. Да, 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 да.
Yeah, really nice double. Remove that one off the forefoot. And keeps the shooter in a useful position.
А тот в доме?
I think we'll be okay. Peel. Hey.
Okay, right out of them.
Right, hold the release. Unless you want to play it like that. No, no, never mind. Yeah, hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hard.
yeah, right to it.
Hard.
Hold
Gotta
it there.
go.
Hold there.
Okay.
That's fine. Just turn that.
She slid good just at the end. Good end.
Just turn that in at release. Very deliberate turn with the wrist at the end.
Просто если мы здесь оставляем
So now
открытый
Russia need to get that second counter in.
А ты знаешь туда линию? Не, мне нравится туда.
Нет, нет.
И есть. Покати, зайчик. Давай, свип. Воу. Свип, свип. Да, 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 да. Свип. Свип. До конца, до конца, до конца. Свип. Да, 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 да.
For a second time this end, used the yellow guard to nick it off. It's awareness
Вот,
that
а ты
if
мне
it is hanging,
показала, чтобы я туда сделала.
sweep to get that.
Yeah, pretty good line call.
Она мне показала, типа, сделай вшит. Мне казалось, что я зря это сделала.
What do you like?
Just if we miss it, they're drawing around.
You can come look too if you want.
Whatever you like.
What do you like better?
Do we ever run the red or no?
You can. Yeah, I don't love it, but.
I think I like this.
Okay.
If I miss this, they're coming around.
Yeah.
If I miss this now, she's coming
We still
here
have something
maybe?
off the yellow. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Let's play this.
Okay, straight back. I don't think this is gonna do anything.
Yeah. Let's make it.
What kind of weight, Matt?
Peel? Or do you like firm?
Kind of like firm here. It's
Okay.
not doing anything.
So
that
Carla
look
come
okay?
down just to have a look at the head.
Okay.
Even a
Happy
touch
to
less.
run her yellow straight back onto the red. Says at least if she doesn't make it, it's opening it.
9, little big. 8.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa.
8.
Close.
No.
Really close.
No.
6.
So accurate with
fine.
the run backs. Not able to stick it in by cover, but
8.
wow.
Yeah, really well played.
Never misses by much. And you can hardly call that a mistake. Russia will, of course, have the chance to come around again. We'll see Carla Burgess only playing hits today.
You're gonna have the same thing.
Yeah.
Doing them well.
Yeah, he's very efficiently.
Nowhere to hide for Russia, really.
Ой, это может быть много, да?
Пока ждем вес. Нет, будет вес протирали. Подожди, чтобы наелся, прямо идет.
Let's try and keep this
Есть вес, есть. Можно ждать.
top of the tee.
Свип, да, свип.
Очень пройти надо.
Свип, да. Свира, да.
Better line this time.
Да.
Молодец. Хорош. Молодец, Настя. Да. Быстрее.
Свип, да. Свип.
Очень пройти надо.
Свип, да.
Пройти.
Свира, да.
Second raise. Carly Burgess. And no bother.
Back-to-back run backs from Burgess.
Might have been a hair less, but not
Must be frustrating
But it like
if you're Russia.
Дай немного гар.
Spending all this time perfecting the draw in and around, and then
Так.
seconds later, it's gone. So Russia's just going to have to keep making that draw if they want to score their 2 here.
Без плюса вообще.
Хорошая линия.
Настя.
И не будет вес, только вес.
Да, делай.
Делай
Yep,
вес.
all they can do is persevere with the draws. Try and force an error from Canada. This one really pulling though.
Свой, да.
Catches it.
Давай.
And is it enough for second? It's very close.
Он вообще... Да.
She do.
Who knows this? Yeah, she doesn't really have this. She might try like the hit and flop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You ever just nose?
a nose here would be good for Canada.
It's
Give
not
them
really
a lot of
play,
options.
like,
The thin
this
little,
really
yeah.
And also block the draw for Russia.
It's harder. We
It's
can take a
just- it's-
timeout too.
Let's talk about it first. Like, if we don't make this, what happens?
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather give her 2. We can give her 2, and that's fine.
Okay.
I don't know.
I like it.
You like this?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get this one though.
I agree.
I think we're just gonna push it in.
I think so too.
I think we knows it. If
I think we knows it as
we
well.
do this, she plays it. We've played this 2 times now.
Yeah. Okay. Just 10.
Okay.
It's not gonna move. I think you're fine there.
You got it, Matt.
Time.
Yeah, probably.
Time out.
Oh,
Yep, decided to bring coach on.
I think that
We miss it.
I think this is your only shot to get it right now.
I don't know if we're gonna get this
I don't think
one.
we're getting both.
No, yeah, I think we just try to stick and go like
Straight
this.
nose, the red.
That's
what we're
exactly
doing.
what we just called.
Okay, that is what you guys called?
Yeah.
Because we were
Yeah.
looking, you were lining up the
No.
angle, but I think you straight nose, she has to play the wide side. You give her 2. I mean, we're
Yeah,
still
I
in a
think she-
positive
yeah, but is
spot.
Is she doing this?
If she does, then I run it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
It's
we do
just-
this. It eliminates the potential for 3.
I think we're gonna push this in
I agree.
if we play it.
Okay.
I don't think we're getting both.
So straight nose,
Yeah.
you're good with
No,
that?
I don't
shot.
think you're getting both either.
Good
I
shot.
don't.
Make it happen,
I
guys.
don't think you can
Okay.
play for both.
No, I think it puts that other red in a better spot. -10.
Yeah.
So back to the original call here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
I think skip and third had decided, lets him go for the nose,
Here, stay close though.
blocks that
Drop
path
first
for the
heel,
draw. Also,
Right to
it's
the broom.
usable by Canada for our last stone. But then all of a sudden, I think, you know, the front end were saying, well, the red behind the guard is shot. That's the one to go for. But then you look at the scoreboard, you're 3 up.
Yeah, they weren't sure if it was
Clean.
necessarily possible to get both the reds either, so maybe no need playing a more difficult shot if you're not even sure if it's
I just don't think that's
fully
shot right
there.
now.
Of course, the 3 could still be in play if Russia makes a draw or hit and roll here in behind cover.
Yeah, Canada have got a few options that they can raise. Yellow's at the front to potentially kill Russia's end.
No.
Yeah, I think that was a sensible shot to play there by Canada. You're playing the scoreboard.
Я не знаю, он
As
тебя
you
на
heard
чем
them say in the
сильнее.
timeout, losing a two's
Протри.
it's not ideal, but it's not a disaster. You're then still 1 up with the hammer.
Блин, он вот за вот эту
And
штуку
certainly forcing
цепляется,
Russia to come
наверное.
far out, as we see them really cleaning the running band of the stone.
Ноль.
I
Вера
think
кидала 95, когда дро.
you noticed before that
86 у нее был.
Yermantseva doesn't always necessarily clean her running surface too thoroughly, and we did see her have a pickup earlier in the game.
Пока очень много линии.
Yeah, pickups are never nice, but especially on skip stones.
Будет садиться.
Coming real wide here.
Подсаживается.
Давай, Свит.
Not curling yet.
She actually come in off the outside yellow.
Останется ближе.
It's got the weight here, just not finding the line. So it's pretty open for Canada.
У меня 91.
Пошире сама ехала?
Да, мы где-то
Russia
вот
lie
просто
to.
на борт. Right there?
Canada can see the whole of that red stone.
10.5. 10.5.
Yeah.
Do you know what you got on my last one?
I think it was a 10-2.
Okay, so really close.
Yeah. Boy was good.
Always
All right,
communicating.
we'll stay close. I
that
think
the
it'll run
weights
for
are
a bit,
throwing.
but it might catch at the end. so-
Agreed. Okay.
So good, Matt. Let's make it. Rock first. Weight's good. Hair
It's a
up.
very distinctive arm movement
Clean.
by Mackenzie.
Whoa. Clean.
Rock.
Whoa.
Car. Car.
Hard.
Hard. Car.
Hard.
Car. Car.
Okay.
Okay.
10-2. Good sweep.
Straight arm, then very bent, and then straight again.
Yeah, it's quite peculiar. Don't think I've ever seen an elbow move that much in
91 у меня был.
a delivery.
94.
Quite a knack to not throw the stone out
Yeah. Okay.
by
Just
having that big bend.
So let us
Okay.
worry about it.
Well, just the fact that she's made it to the World Junior Championships, I think, proves it's working.
Absolutely. She's mastered it. You do the same thing every single time. That's all that matters.
Хорошая линия.
Last one, eighth end.
Если то будем держать, чтобы
Same draw, really.
Подсядет, садится.
Tuliakova, Vice Skip saying if we're heavy, we can come off the yellow. Sweeper saying, well,
только вес,
like we got the weight here, so
Yes, nice.
all we need is to stop
Ничего, ничего.
somewhere close to the tee line here for a second point, and they will.
2 red.
2 red indeed for Russia. They take their 2 back, so just 1 point separating the teams with 2 ends to play in
What are
the
we
Crystal
doing?
Ice Arena.
They're gonna go tight.
Do you like the tick?
I think I like the wing.
I like the
Like
wing.
the wing?
Yeah.
They can't risk giving up.
Отлично, мы взяли в черном энде.
9-й энд. Можешь попробовать украсть. Колено болит.
Едет так же?
Да.
Первый камень не втираемся, правильно?
Да. Можно?
Можно.
Да.
Хорошая линия.
6-й, 5-й, 5-й. Сам. Можно подождать?
Тише, подними пока.
Надо подождать пока
Будет
немного.
сам.
Будет четко.
Не надо ждать. Или нельзя.
Ждать.
Ничего.
Четко будет. Можно. Не-не-не, сам.
Можно. Да. Молодец.
Center guard in place. 2 ends to go here. Russia playing Canada. And Sander Olvag sat next to Rona Howie to give you some fantastic input on the game at hand.
Line's good.
No.
What's the game plan here for the teams?
Back 4. Line's good. You'll be about here.
So 9th end Canada, they're 1 up with the hammer.
You're right
They
next to the line. There. Okay, M first.
would like to blanket and come into the 10th, 1 up with the hammer, but if they score, that's okay too.
That's good. Nice shot, Lauren.
Whereas Russia's game plan will be very much either steal or force 1. They don't want to lose more than a 1 here.
Ставить вес, я потру просто.
It's all about the control coming into the 10th end. And Canada have that advantage right now. They're up with the hammer. Even if Canada lost a 1 here, it wouldn't unduly perturb them because they're still going to have the hammer coming home.
So Russia's going to have to play pretty aggressive in this end.
Very much so. And with the new 5-rock free guard zone, I would have thought Russia would have put up a second guard here rather than coming in.
Well, that first guard ended up really halfway. So they figured probably it was hard to get a second guard in there with enough separation.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah. Great. Let's play that.
Give her like the other side so we can peel it
Risk
into
always
it,
is
but
you draw around into the house, stay half open. Canada would be happy to just peel it, but she's made a really good draw here. Just Philly very top 12.
There right now. Top 4.
Okay, let's go around.
I'm a little surprised Canada's freezing here.
Not catching yet.
Yeah, they're being sucked into that center by Russia here.
We're still there. Okay, Carly in.
Yeah, it may make more sense to come around, which I think is the audible call here, as it's
Hard, Carly, hard.
running a bit wide.
Hard car, right up.
You play the freeze there, and
That one just
you
never
got
caught.
2
Good throw.
overlapped stones top 12 for Russia to come around. I wouldn't say that's
14-8.
necessarily such a great result. And if you
No.
ever stop shy, it's a second guard. That actually probably ends up in a decent spot there. Top 8. Takes away the outturn draw for Russia, and very usable for Canada.
Можно попробовать.
As you see now, Russia a bit puzzled
Бьют у них за
on what to do.
будет, мы как раз закинем. Ну давай тогда так.
Yeah, because anything at the front that is above the tee, Russia can use that as a guard.
Плохо, валит контроль.
Canada want to keep things as open as possible here.
Ой, он наехал на что-то.
Вау! А чем ты едешь, классно? Свип! Да, свип!
А что? На чем ты ехал?
Да,
Yeah, hitting a stone that's back 12 foot really isn't going to benefit Russia right now.
Протрите, пожалуйста.
Да, вот царапина.
Good throw.
Он опять на чем-то едет.
Воу! Нет!
Свип, да! Свип! Свип! Да! Свип!
Этот тоже на что-то наехал. Он прямо из руки уходит. Что?
Yeah.
Little big!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clean. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right up.
Hard to it.
Right up.
It's good.
Right up.
Nice, Em.
9.
9.
Средний, чуть ширистее попасть.
Yeah,
Чему
it's so
сильно
important
не
to keep
нравится?
slide path
Ну давай
clean.
сильно.
Sweepers need to be doing some housework all the time, because it's so infuriating when that does happen. There's nothing you can do about it. It's part of the sport.
Свип, свип, свип! Да! Свип! Свип!
I think Canada's a bit puzzled on what's going on here.
Yeah,
14-7.
I think Russia
Top 8.
have had a mental block at this ninth end. I don't think they've had a clear game plan coming into this end.
Top 8. Thought it was down.
All right, back.
You know,
back
those two
forward.
guards,
Gotta go. Back
those two
eight.
stones at the top 12 there were perfect cover
switch
for
and go
Russia
if
to
you
come
can.
around,
Just go, just
force
go.
an error out of Canada.
Right here, Lauren first.
I really think it was.
Right here.
This is an end Russia really needed to give everything,
Okay, it's not curling. It's
win
fine.
or lose,
This is
steal
fine,
or
just
give
far
up
back,
5.
yeah.
Doesn't really matter, because
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
into
yeah.
the 10th end,
Good,
3
Carly.
down or 1 down without the hammer
14-4.
is pretty bad spot to be in. And Russia only really needed to
Well, compared
perhaps
to
make
yours,
one
it
really
would've
good
been-
draw
yours was
and
14,
around
it was
to
right
force an
same
error
spot.
from Canada and
Как попасть?
potentially get the steal or force. Just made life a lot easier for the Canadians.
It really hung on the line for a while. Is that just her first?
So for Canada now, it's really they're gonna score their 2 or get their bank. I can't see any other possibility really, unless there's a few unforced errors from Canada as well.
Свип, свип, свип!
Double not made.
Do we ever just draw? That's what I was thinking. Do we ever just draw? Do you ever draw? Do you ever just draw?
Your call.
The only thing is we might get forced.
Yeah.
Okay. Like if this, even if we miss this, at least it's a blank.
Yeah, I like that call. Draw is easier to make sure you're lying 2.
10.
But if you ever draw,
Clean. It'll curl.
you leave a double,
It'll curl.
10.
you might be
It'll
forced.
Yes,
That's the last
hard.
thing Canada wants now. Scoring 2
Clean,
or blank
clean,
are
wow,
almost
clean.
It's like 11.
almost
Yeah, we're
as
like 11, 11-5.
as good.
Good.
Really nice nose hit.
And when Carly Burgess has been playing
You like the hit there.
above
Yeah, I do.
90%
She just-
on all her hits,
10-6.
Just doesn't feel comfortable.
why?
That's why she didn't want to play the draw,
Perhaps, yeah.
because she hasn't played one all
Yeah, I
game.
like that.
Зацепить его вот столько. То есть он всю дорожку будет идти вообще по-хорошему не на камень. И если он чуть-чуть попрямее пойдет, то мы просто не попадаем в камень. А? Вот ты с этим?
Нет, там слайд. Вот, ничего.
Дабл. Не очень тонко. Примерно 1/3.
doesn't come off here. Canada to split the rings again. And if Mackenzie Zacharias puts this level, there won't be a double for Russia. And then you might have to think, should Russia attempt to freeze?
14-7.
Well, they've not played
Yeah, so
many draws in this
this
end,
so
so you wouldn't think so.
14.5 is okay.
Okay.
But when you come off from a game, you want to feel that you've thrown everything you possibly could at the game.
Line's good.
Just by the tactics here from Russia, they just haven't
Hasn't curled yet.
given themselves the
Back 12,
chance to put the
curling.
pressure on Canada.
Back 12. Really can't. It's okay. Right here. We're there. You're okay.
Perfectly placed.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, that works.
What'd you get?
13-8.
Okay. It's just on the kick, hey?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not really extending at all.
No,
It's just
she's
a
sorry.
straight kick.
Well, the freeze was never an option here.
There is control.
Yeah, you always want to leave your opposition the harder shot to play, and I just feel that Russia have put no pressure onto Canada at all at this ninth end.
Yeah, playing the freeze is a tough shot, but if you're anywhere close, still just going to be the 2. And if you make it good, you can potentially force Canada to score the 1. Playing the open hit here is just handing them 2 points. Yeah, just running scared in this end for some reason. Reigning world champions and everything. It's a bit surprising. So now all they can do is just sit back and hope for a mistake from Mackenzie Zacharias. She's made some, but you don't really want to rely on your opponent making mistakes when you have the chance to
Stay
force
close.
the error.
Yeah. Should move a little bit at center here.
Let's go, take your time. We got lots of time here.
Right out.
Rock first. Let's go.
Yep.
Weight's good,
Hard, hard.
Last stone, 9th end for Canada to put another 2 points on the board.
It's up.
Curve it.
We're up.
Curve.
We're up. You're good.
Is it hanging? No, it's going to get there. Scored the 2. Canada quite happy to take advantage of
Nice toss too, man.
Russia's
Good call. 9-5.
careful tactics in this
Right.
9th end. So they'll carry a 3-point lead coming in to the 10.
Top 4.
Russia really need to throw the kitchen sink in the last end
I agree.
if they want to win here.
Do you like 2 top 4? Like top 4 through or just 2 top 4?
Номер у них бьет. Если мы до 3-го номера сможем сохранить.
Four pieces fell off. Wow, your slider's so dirty. I know. It's Sheldon's. It's like someone's throwing with a hair broom, but no one is. All right, 2 seconds. Let's go. Yeah.
Top 4, top 8. This one's curling more. Gotta go. Okay. Hard, guys. This one's tighter.
Top 8.
Hard.
We're close. Top 8.
Here we go.
15.
10th end of this game between Russia and Canada. 3-point lead for the Canadians. looking to be the first team to knock off Russia. Undefeated through the first 3 sessions, home team. But certainly in trouble here.
Похож на 4-й. Очень сильно падает. Да-да-да, поближе. Да-да-да. Давай. Да-да-да. Ближе. Можно. До конца. Мы ж 2 делаем.
Сказали на 2 стороны. Договорились.
Gets the corner guard in place.
Спасибо.
Молодец.
Line's good.
It's better. Yeah.
Top 4.
Easy line.
Wait only right now. A little wider.
Lauren Lenentine.
M first.
Lead and vice
Keeper.
for
Okay.
the Canadians.
Just for weight.
Just back.
Just here.
It's really coming off.
Okay.
Line's fine.
Line's fine. Right
Go
here's
around.
fine. Yeah, right here. Right here. A
No,
little bit.
no,
No.
not penalty.
Good.
Push that top button.
14.
Taking a look elsewhere, there's a couple of games that's ended. Japan with that win over Latvia, as well as now Korea closing the game out against Sweden 10-5.
Похож на 5-й.
Scored a big 4 in the 9th end there.
Чуть пониже.
Denmark also with a win over Hungary 10-4.
Нет.
But Norway now slowly coming back against
Чуть
Switzerland.
пониже.
Scored 4 points in the last 3 ends. But Switzerland still well ahead with Hammer and a 1-point lead as they play end number 10.
That's a good pocket for them.
So typical lead setup here. 2 corner guards for Russia, 2
Spike the 8.
top
that's
4
fine.
for Canada.
Even if we're 2 it, it's not the end of the world. Yeah. Right at 2 at M.
Top 8. Line's
Canada
nice.
know they're-
Top 4. To it.
Russia's going to try and utilize the corner guard, so they're just putting some stones along the central line in the house.
Line's okay. All you guys.
Russia's going to eventually have to
wait only.
remove to actually
Line's fine.
be able to use those corners.
Okay, right here. Carly first.
At the
The
same
line's
time,
okay.
Russia might try and use these yellows to their benefit.
Okay.
See if they're going to try and tap them around a little bit.
14 and a half.
Not sure if they can really ignore those yellows any further.
No, there needs to be some movement there.
Мне нравится немножко растепать, потому что у нас
Just
уже
virtually a
3
back 4,
камня.
back
В
8
4
weight.
футах.
Tap it back, keep your shooter on the nose.
Можно вот сюда попадать.
Yep,
Может быть, даже просто
she
убрать.
must have heard us.
Не, мне нравится растеп.
Нам нужны камни
Нет,
подушки. Мне нравится
Certainly
растепать
didn't
либо
hear us in the
фриз.
previous end.
Бэклайн.
Тюлайн.
Тюлайн? Бэклайн.
It will be the tap. Tap the shot stone back here and just sit right in the pocket of the top 2 yellows. And the red stone would be pretty much in jail.
Это Стив! Воу! 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 Подними! Побольше это хак! Это хак! Да! Воу! Воу! Стив! Да! Ерол, под свой гад! Под свой!
So it was heavier than they wanted, so change the call to try and get the shooter to roll behind the corner.
Сколько короткий был?
What do we do? Or what does she do if we do this? I think she tries this. Okay. Okay.
So it does move the yellows about, just a bit heavier than they had wanted.
Right there. You want to throw peon? If you take that, that's fine. Sure. Just go 9. Okay, firm.
And see half the stone,
Let's go M. Right out to it, M.
just peel the shot out. If not, take the guard.
9. Easy, clean. 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 Carly. Carly. Good.
No problem.
Got 8. Okay. Throw him.
Давай так.
Чего?
А если мы просто к нему прифризуемся?
Мне тоже больше фриз нравится. Чуть-чуть углом, да, вот так.
Ну давай.
Аккуратно вверх.
Пока чуть
Легче.
много, воу.
Легче вверх.
Свип. Свип.
Вес нужен.
Свип.
Супер.
Давай, свип.
So just looking to freeze on top of this side yellow.
Спасибо. Он просто у тебя узковато шел.
Slightly overcurled from where they wanted it to be.
Are we gonna hit anything in the forefoot? You'll probably hit this.
Okay.
You like it?
I like it, yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
peel.
Sure. Okay. Right at it.
Yep, Canada won't be too bothered if they do remove any of their own yellows here.
Yeah! Hard! Hard! Whoa! Good.
Yep, that clears things up. Sometimes you can have too many of your own stones in play. It's only a benefit for the opposition.
Мне не нравится просто свободные камни вести.
Very impressive display this afternoon, Carly Burgess.
Sюда.
Yeah, she's already got 2 World Junior gold medals. She wants a
Пока
third.
сюда.
Окей.
Yeah, not many's picked up 3 golds. Would join a very special club.
Можно легко. Хороший вес.
Свип.
Можно вес. Да. Очень нужна линия. Да. Держи. Да. Очень надо. Держи.
Need to get past this guard. Oh, well swept.
Oh, gets it there. Tolyakova with some help from the front end. But they need to score 3.
Умница, удержала.
Didn't pass that with much to spare.
Canada will peel that corner guard to expose that red stone.
Yes. Good.
Нравится игра? Да. Маловато было вес или нормально?
Ну, маловато он начало. Мы всю дорогу его черный.
Надо будет валить.
Пока линии.
Только линия.
Надо валить! Будет линия вес! Есть вес!
Есть.
Ждать, пока Насте можно!
Только
Настя!
Ну, одна.
Да, делай! Да, еще! Да!
2 nice draws from Tolyakova.
Умница.
Double is on for
Ice is tight, and if we hit it thick, we just roll this side.
Kenzie, though.
Right there.
Yep. If the double's there, I like it.
Carly's moved quite a bit. Right there.
Yep. You got it, Mac.
Okay, guys.
Like half or a little less?
A little less.
Okay.
More like a third.
Peel.
Yeah.
All right, Mac, let's make this good.
So the double is on.
Stay close. Yours moves quite a bit here.
If they both go,
So
that
good,
is
Mac.
game over.
Let's go. Rock first.
Chance for the win here.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yes! Hard!
Mackenzie Zacharias. To get the double, gets one, rolls over, gets the second, punches it through. Oh, well, maybe not all the way. Out the side door. I think it just hangs on. So, still a lifeline for Russia.
So close to being absolutely perfect.
Russia's think she's just going to have to come around the corner again and hope.
Вера, у нее остался вот этот камень. То есть она пробивает и все.
Это бросок на победу.
Надеяться на то, что она не попадет в камень. Больше.
Yeah, Russia knows that red in the wing is wide open now. Even if they do come round the corner, it would just be an open hit for Mackenzie.
Да, плоховато начал ехать.
I know there, I guess. Yeah, I'm just throw it there. Yeah. Even 8.5.
Подождать линию.
Это вообще много.
Пока очень много.
Ждать.
Подсаживается.
Надо, чтобы садилась.
Sweeper standing back right now.
Все похож на бэклайн.
This has to stop.
And that also just hangs on, I think.
Yeah, just make this.
So open hit for Skip, Mackenzie Zacharias and Team Canada, and just make this one go. Will barely need to touch it. That would be for the win.
Okay, let's make it.
Do you think it's gonna curl it here, Matt?
Maybe a little bit. What are you thinking?
Okay.
Coming
mine
pretty
was
wide.
moved. Okay, I had like an 8.
But,
Okay.
you know, throw peel weight.
I don't think it's gonna fall.
Okay.
Shouldn't do too much.
Just a 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to kill it. Right, rock first here. Straight release.
Yeah. Right out. Take your time.
Clean. Clean it.
No, clean. You're okay.
For the win here. Coming down. Last stone for Canada. No problem. Right on the beak for Mackenzie Zacharias. Canada will pick up another win here. And Russia will drop their first game of the week.
Good game, good luck.
Congrats.
Good game, good luck.
So a big win for the Canadians.
Good game.
Having lost the first game to Japan,
Same. I could.
they are now on a roll.
Okay.
9-6 final score.
Yeah, nice last one. Nice both two there.
Thanks.
So maybe just shaking off that jet lag
Good game, good luck.
from Manitoba.
Good game.
Good game, good luck.
And now ready to just keep this momentum going into the rest of the week.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. I just gotta sign the paper here.
For Russia, they're going to have to regroup and maybe look at some of the calls being made in that game
You got it?
that really cost them, as well as some unforced errors. Not Russia on the top of their game this afternoon, to the locals' disappointment.
Is that mine?
That concludes the session here at the Crystal Ice Arena this afternoon. All 5 games coming to an end. I'm going to take a look back at some of the highlights from our live game, as well as get a word in with Mackenzie Zacharias. As we take a look elsewhere, one huge upset as Norway steals 2 in the 10th end to win over Switzerland. So the Swiss getting a taste of their own medicine, very similar to how they won their game against Sweden. They were 4 down, turned it around. Norway scoring 6 points in the last 4 ends. Just incredible. Elsewhere, Denmark also beating Hungary 10-4. Korea with a win on Sweden, 10-5. And Japan just looking really strong against Latvia, 9-2 win. So it is the Asian teams really excelling this week. Japan and Korea now sit alone on top with 4 wins, no losses. To follow is now Canada with that win over Russia, 3-1 alongside Denmark and Russia as well. The Swiss will drop to 2-2. Norway with their first win, they move away from the pack at the bottom, where Hungary, Latvia and Sweden still sitting at 0 wins and now 4 losses. Seventh end. Open hit for Mackenzie Zacharias to score 2. No mistake. A deuce on the board. The Canadians still with the advantage. In the 8th end, Russia drawing for 2, coming well wide. Vlada Rumantseva making no mistake though, finding the 8-foot, scoring a 2 back, still in the game.
I like the wing. Yeah. They can't risk giving up.
While in the 9th end, Russia not able to put any pressure on Canada. Very open end where Canadians eventually got to score the 2,
9-5,
bringing a 3-point lead into the 10th end.
Yeah. Up 3.
Where they would run Russia out of stones. First team to beat the Russians this week, Canada. 9-6 final score. And here's Mackenzie.
Mackenzie, congratulations. A great 4 at the 4th end. Did you feel in control for the rest of the game after that?
I think it was really fortunate that we were able to score multiple points on this great team. I mean, Russia played fantastic today. They're an absolutely fabulous team. And yeah, scoring that 4 really helped us gain a little bit of momentum. And I think we were just able to carry that into the rest of the game.
And that's you on to 3 wins now. Are you happy with your performance of the team so far?
Yeah, so far it's been good. We're still working on getting everything going and stuff like that. We had a really good nationals and we're still not quite there yet, so we're looking forward to just keep going and keep the momentum going, and hopefully we can be at peak performance by the end of the week.
And it's your first World Championships. How special is it to have your sister and your dad here?
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, we've been dreaming of this since we were little kids, and to be here now and to be representing Canada, it's just an absolute dream come true.
Well, many congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
That wrapping up the session here this afternoon. Still lots of curling to come from the Crystal Ice Arena, so make sure to watch more from the World Junior Curling Championships 2020.